Good morning, Miami Arts Studio. Welcome back to a special edition of this week's episode of Moss News Middle School. I'm Alyssa Alvarez.
And I'm Bianca Arango. Today is April 6, 2023, and we are here to tell you the importance of young voices and what's special about them.
That's right, Bianca. Here at Moss, our Agape Club pushes their students to spread love and faith throughout the community.
Here is Isabella Gross starting us off.
The word agape means unconditional love, and here at Mass, the Agape Club spreads love and faith using young voices throughout our community.
I think it's important to use my voice, especially like now, because a lot of the time people don't take younger people serious. It doesn't matter what age you are. If you have an important message that you need to share, you have the right to share it. And I think especially with Agape, I get just the place to do that.
As these young individuals speak and use their voices, we as a community become more aware and more likely to act. The simple task of using your voice can change someone's life.
I hope to achieve a closer relationship with God and to connect with people my age.
God brings a joy and satisfaction.
In Agape, these young voices are heard throughout our community. The new generations depend on our voice to make a difference. This has been Isabella Gross reporting.
In a school like Moss, with all our different clubs and magnets, we have a school publication to show all the different activities and events our students participate in.
Our very own Moss students created our student publication. With more, here's Ilelis Perez.
Everywhere you go, there are young voices waiting to be seen and heard. From social media to yearbook to broadcasting, all these platforms and more serve as vehicles to allow students to be heard. Young journalists inform and educate their audiences about what's going on around them at school, in their local community, and around the world. Students also engage with their audience throughout the entertaining and informative pieces on social media.
They go into really any topic, right? And they can ask people about what's going on around them, their experiences, and then they have the opportunity to use the platform to share that with their audiences. And that's really what it's all about, sharing those experiences with the community so that they can inform and educate everyone around them.
In the Mass Post, students research and dig deeper into stories that hope to inform, educate, and inspire readers to learn more about what's going on around them.
Constantly creating new ideas and things that they teach you things that you would have never known before, and it's a really interesting thing to see and to read.
In yearbooks, students use their voice to record, highlight, and commemorate the past school year, showcasing all the big and small moments that make each school year unique and special.
We put as much work into what we can just to show off what the best looks like and what we think is our best work. And I think that's good for the people to read it and look at it and show how much work we put into it.
As you can see, our broadcasting students do their part to give everyone a voice. I know for me, my favorite part of creating content is sharing stories that I am passionate about. I'm Ilelis Perez, signing off.
This last week, our middle school theater students have been practicing for their show, Once on This Island.
They find theater as a natural way for them to share their voices with our Moss fam.
Now on to Alessandra Ordonez giving an insight on how practice is going for them.
The middle school theater students are on their last day of rehearsals to perform for their upcoming show, Once on This Island. This show focuses on a Haitian story about a fight against love and death on an island with fiery situations that these young voices have to overcome. This play follows a young girl who finds love within different social classes. The lead protagonist, T Moon, finds herself communicating with the gods to save her young lover's life, Daniel. Daniel in the musical is from the wealthy class on the island. T Moon, who is part of the lower class, eventually finds love in the face of conflict.
I play T Moon in Once on This Island, and she is a young peasant girl who lives on the poor side of the island. And she falls in love with a rich boy who lives on the other side. And the story is really about her navigating through her young life and she makes a deal with the gods eventually to save his life, and she sacrifices her life for his.
This play delivers a variety of important messages for the audience, as well as a new learning experience for the whole cast and crew. This show is the opportunity for them to express themselves and do what they're passionate about.
So the message of Once on This Island kind of surrounds the theme of love conquering all, love conquering death, love conquering any obstacles or any adversity that comes in the way of teenage journey. And this show really has a beautiful message, and it shares that we should always choose love instead of discrimination or any hate or anything like that, and we should move forward in love and community and unity.
The progress of putting an outstanding performance by these young students still proceeds, continuing to hear their voices shine throughout their version of Once on This Island. This has been Ale Ordóñez reporting.
Now to this weekend's weather. Thursday, it's looking to be a high of 86 and a low of 72 with mostly sunny skies. Tonight is the local coffee house, where we hear some of the greatest voices from around the school.
Friday is looking to be a high of 85 and a low of 71 with cloudy skies. A perfect day for a walk in the park.
Saturday, it's looking to be a high of 85 and a low of 71 as well, with once again cloudy skies, a perfect day for a picnic.
And finally, Sunday is looking to be a high of 86 and a low of 70 with cloudy skies and a 30% chance of rain, so make sure to grab your umbrellas.
Thanks for tuning in to a special edition episode of Moss News Middle School.
For more content, follow us on Instagram at Moss News MS, and don't forget to stop by our monthly Vocal Coffee House tonight.
Students will have the opportunity to share their voices with their teachers and peers. I'm Melissa Alvarez.
And I'm Bianca Rango,
reporting for FSPA.